All right. Welcome to Petty Rec Tapes. This is the final interview tape of our new segment that we have started. With this, we'll be finishing up our season one. We've had five podcast tapes and then we recorded a few rough tapes that were also exactly of count number five. And then this is the final episode of interview tapes. So today I'm sitting here with my friend Saranya, aka Seven Says, who is a rapper, who is also a kind of, you can say, a filmmaker, only in music video section. He directs, he writes, and he does a couple of things. But, Saranya, please
So,
give your introduction.
thank you so much for having me.
Bilkul, bilkul.
Welcome to Petty Egg Tips. My name is Saranya Das. I go by the name of Seven Sense. I'm an English rapper from Pune, and I am still learning hip hop. I'm still exploring different music genres, different style of art. Because at the end of the day, even if I'm a rapper or a director or call me whatever you want to, I'm an artist. So it is what it is.
So, beginning with, first of all, thank you for doing this.
My pleasure, bro. My pleasure.
So, how is life these days? Being a rapper?
Good. Life is good. It's not just if life is just good. Like if I'm a rapper, life is good. It's just good. Whatever it is, it's just good. I'm happy and content with it. So it's just
Nothing troubling you these days? What's been on your mind for a couple of days? What's like something that is, let's say, that is going to affect further ahead? That okay, this is the new thing that I'm going to use.
Obstacles are the way, bro. Obstacles is the path. There are like tons of obstacles, tons of things which arises and troubles me, or this and that, whatever bullshit. But it's within me, that I have this natural instinct. Even if a problem arises, my first step is finding or thinking a solution to that.
Okay.
Because most of the times I've seen that if a problem arises and people just get stuck into it, people just try to run from problems. Let it be anything, small problem or a bigger problem, they just avoid it. But I think I'm drawn towards problem, and it's just in this natural instincts to have that problem solving analytics or observations, as you call it.
So you are a survivor, you can say.
Yeah.
And how long has this surviving been going on, and how has it helped to reach you to this point?
How has it helped me to reach this point? Bro, see, it was not a choice, to land in trouble or get faced, by various couple of things. But it's just that problems find you, you find a solution, you work on it, implement it, then you move on. And somewhere or some part, it just helps you grow. It just widens your perspective as a human, or whatever you like it.
Perspective does help us in a lot of things. I mean, when it comes to my filmmaking, for example, I found so many perspectives. I used to think that you can stick to one perspective. This is like when you're very much starting out and you try to understand the world. So you try and think, okay, this is the way the world is. But then you realize it is changing every single day.
Exactly.
And that fucks up with your mind for some time, but then you accept it and then you move forward and then you try to achieve things. So tell me, how did we meet? How do we know each other? One thing. And what has been different since last year? Since the last time we met? Oh, you can say the first time we met.
Okay.
Since then, what has been different?
I remember meeting you for the first time.
Yeah.
I thought that you were a professional. I mean, you are a professional. But some sort of a film industry guy who knows a lot. And honestly, bro, I was like hella anxious when you were telling me about certain things about the Pune studio or how the work ethics here. So I was wondering that will I be able to pull this off with these guys? I think these guys have experience. And there was Deep, a good friend of mine with me, and he was telling me, this Andy guy, I think he seems to be very particular about his work. He knows a lot of things. And look at us, where are we standing right now? But yeah, as you know, we pulled off like one of the best MVs ever, and I'm glad for that. Thanks to
Looking
you,
for
Visual Factory and Pune Studio for helping me out.
Looking for is one of those amazing songs, and
Yeah.
what an amazing video you were able to accomplish at that point as well.
Yeah.
So, you released an EP in Feb and the Days of Seven Cells. So, it's a two-part question that I want to discuss with you is that A, why the name Days of Seven Cells? And B, since the release of it in Feb up until now, how has the response been? What were new things that you found out about your music from other people? And what has been going on your mind as to what to change and what to keep?
Yeah.
So, first of all, how did the name came about? The Days of Seven
So
Cells.
I had this plan of dropping a mixtape
Yeah.
back in 2019, early 2019, and I was working on a couple of songs, which I thought initially that I would put these songs on the mixtape, but you know, fate. Okay.
Obstacles.
Corona, yes, obstacles. Corona happened, this happened. But yeah, there was this producer guy, okay? I don't remember his name, and I think he has left Instagram. I never even met him,
Okay.
okay? And he used to send me a couple of music, not beats, but music files or.
Complete tracks.
Yeah, complete. I won't call them tracks or beats or something, but just melodies and you know some experimental shit. And that time I had kept my Instagram name as the Days of Seven Cents. My username on Instagram was the Days of Seven Cents, and this came while I was having a conversation with the other friend of mine. His name is Srujan. We call him Dab.
Dab.
Yeah, Dab.
Why Dab?
Because his name is Srujan Dhabade.
Okay.
DAB. So it's a short form. Okay, it's a short form, and it's just now it's very common. Everyone calls him by Dab.
That's like fits in the culture as well.
Yeah, it's fit. Yeah, it fits in the culture.
Yeah.
So I had this conversation with him, you know, that what should I name my mixtape, and we were just having a heartily laugh about it. That what about the Seven Sun show? And I was like, bro, Seven Sun show is like, don't you think it's quite similar to the Eminem show? He was like, yeah, I really understand. And then it just struck between our minds that how about the Days of Seven Suns? I just kept the next moment I pulled my phone out and I was like, let's change my username, the Days of Seven Suns. You know, then the lockdown happened, and that point of time I didn't know that there would be woke or in my grind or woke up to flex or looking for and some sort of that. But you know, lockdown is the main reason which helped me grow out of my circle, my inner circle, not friends wise, but I'm talking about myself. And also it taught me a lot of things. Let it be musically or let it be how I should perceive life. Yeah, that's there.
So, like I was saying, this EP particularly, what has this changed for you? What it has taught you so far, or what were the reviews like from other people? What did they think?
See, the reviews, I honestly, I never got any bad reviews up till now. I mean, I know where I sound whack and where I sound like really nice, but when it comes to other people perceiving my music and listening to it, I can see from their faces that they enjoy my music. Let it be couple of people, and I'm very happy that they listen and they feel my music. I mean, they know who they are.
Correct.
Yeah, but when it comes to me, I've learned that I should be putting in more effort and you know researching more about music, not just about hip hop, but more about music to you know widen my perspective musically a lot, and also about a couple of things about ego, self-esteem, and personality traits and stuff like that. Because when you're writing songs such as "Looking For" or "Vogue," it's not just a normal track, you know. Even you know, you've got it. There are hard hitting lines, and those hard hitting lines came when I really understood that what I had to say, what I had to speak about.
So, tell me something. where does this come from? Like, how do you, like you said, to overcome things like ego and other things? What do you do to keep these things in check? Do you read something? Do you watch? Or do you listen to? Or do you talk to someone? How do you do that?
First of all, I mean, I'm a huge fan of reading books. I love. It's my favorite time pass. Okay, just to read books. It's not about knowledge or something. I just read books because I'm curious. I've been reading a couple of books. I read Think and Grow Rich, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, and Atomic Habits. And then now currently I'm reading about the 48 Laws of Power. And apart from that, I just before I started rapping, I used to explore and wander around the city.
Okay.
Since childhood, I've had a quite, like, I didn't have any friends. I was like a loner boy type of guy, just wandering, doing anything.
Yeah.
And I used to just explore around the streets and see how people are. And I used to see different type of people. I mean, obviously there are different type of people, but then once it just struck my mind that every passerby, every other person out there, they have the same complex lives as ours. They might be going through the same emotion, might be going through different emotions.
Absolutely.
And then it's just that, I don't know, I just have this ability to observe the detailed and the small things, So yeah, like for example, there are like two shops, and two completely different shopkeepers. Okay, but the way they are handling their responsibilities is quite different.
Oh yeah.
Me and you, we feel the same thing. Okay, and we are completely different.
Absolutely.
When it comes to Saranya, I am Saranya Das. You are Andy. Saranya Das is different. Andy is different. Andy has this another perspective. I have another perspective. But at the end of the day, we are the same thing. Don't you think?
Yep. We're
The same fucking thing.
We're the generation of humans who are killing the planet.
Killing the planet. Oh my god. I don't know, bro. Like, why don't people think about this?
I mean,
and don't you think it's been going on since ages that the planet is dying, it's time to save it, save it. And when it actually comes to doing something to actually save the planet, it's just a big irony. People are just fucking hypocrites every fucking way. And that's the saddest part,
I mean, I believe what I personally think when it comes to saving the planet or anything. At the end of the day, nature doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
See,
so it's better to save yourself.
The rains don't happen because of we are wishing of peace.
Yeah, exactly, bro.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that it's going to rain for next 7 days. No, nature is not going to listen to you. It's going to rain only for 3 days and it's going to create a havoc.
Yeah.
And kill a few people. That's how it is.
Yeah, that's how.
So at the end of the day, I think nature is surviving and we are trying to survive on our own as well.
Yeah, as humans, we think that we are like one of the most beast, greatest alpha male, alpha females. We can conquer the world. But if you see, if you try to define success, for you, success might be some sort of thing. Okay, like now I'm a great artist. I've made so much money. But at the end of the day, you're gonna die just as miserable as the rest of the world, the rest of other people, yeah?
Absolutely. I mean, we spend our entire lives running after money. Of course, it's needed. See, a couple of things are going to be constant in your life, and if you don't keep up with them,
obviously,
things are going to go bad, of course. But at the end of the day, when you are like 60 or 65, you look back,
money is like important.
When you look back, you're like, oh fuck, wish I had made a little bit of, sound decisions.
Yeah, sound decisions.
I could have done things way more better and still would have been fine and not have those regrets.
Yeah, but it's okay, bro. What I feel, it's okay to be imperfect. It's like,
of course,
it's completely fine. Even I'm not perfect. Not even Shah Rukh Khan is the complete definition.
Shah Rukh Khan is a chain smoker.
Oh, I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
No, man.
I don't know if he does it now or not, but he used to be, I think, at least.
Welcome to Bombay. Oh fuck, I think Mumbaikars are gonna kill me if I told Bombay, right?
I don't care, dude.
Yeah, neither do I. Why am I caring, man? What the fuck?
Why do we need
Why do we care? We are sitting
Right now
in
in
Pune. We are sitting in. Yeah, exactly. See, that's how it affects.
Next time you go to Mumbai, then you think about okay.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I need to look
Should I
over my
come to
shoulder
Bombay or Mumbai?
Mumbai सत्तर में कोई मार तो नहीं गया? Nope.
Not getting the gangster shit.
So, let's talk about childhood. How did you grow up? Where did you grow up? And what was it like? You said you used to be alone and things like that.
Yeah.
Would you term yourself as an introvert or an extrovert?
I don't know, bro. The energy should
Somewhere in
match.
the middle.
The energy should match.
Energy should match.
The energy should match. See, I'm the type of person that if I'm filled with 10 people in the room, but the 10 on 10 people are just boring, talking about, about this girl, breakups, and some random ass bullshit, I'm not gonna step my...
No, that's the kind of talk you hear in a cafe.
Exactly. And that's the kind of talk I hear everywhere I go. For my age group. Or else people are just talking about, oh, let's chase money, or they just want to do something, but they just don't put the effort in. I mean, that's boring. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I would love to have conversations like these with you, or people who have this understanding, unbiased understanding of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, the conversation is different.
So do you think aliens exist?
Yes.
Let's get that out of the question first before we talk about your childhood. Just tell me, have you seen an alien? Let me ask one thing. Is Deep an alien?
Is Deep an alien?
Yeah.
Damn, bro, I have to ask him. I never wondered though. I never questioned him, but I'll surely ask him. I think we all are aliens, bro. I'll tell you one thing.
Okay.
I'm an alien. I'm an alien too.
What is your alien name?
I'm a. Okay. This is where I am.
Okay. Come on. Think of a name you would give to your alien self.
A name I would give to my alien self. I don't know, bro. I haven't thought about it. Like me being an alien or something. I just told that we are aliens, but I was just joking, right? I don't know, man. Alien subject is just very fucked up right now. They might exist. I feel they exist and they live here in Earth. And what I genuinely feel is that we are also aliens because humans weren't came out of the blue. They just didn't pop out. Something back in.
If you keep the mythologies away.
No, mythologies aren't mythologies, bro. Mythologies.
If you keep them away, and if you only focus about this subject when it comes to aliens, then there's a high possibility that someone, it's like a couple.
I think they existed in our Mother Earth way before we even existed. I think there was a more advanced and civilized race than us, who created us. There's this. Do you have any idea about the Anunnaki history? It says that Anunnakis were the gods who came from this planet Nibiru. Nibiru.
Where is Nibiru?
I don't quite know about it, but they teleported the whole planet near Earth. They had so much energy because their planet was dying.
Oh, so it's from a different galaxy.
Yeah, different dimension or a galaxy. I don't know. Okay, but they were able to teleport their entire planet next to Earth, and then they shifted to Earth, and they shifted to Earth because they wanted our natural resources.
Okay.
And they are gods. So they made us to extract the natural resources, and apparently they had that, humans are adorable. Let's just keep them as pets.
What
the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Google it, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, someone. It's like what we do to dogs. Oh, you're so adorable. Let me just put a chain or leash on you.
Exactly. Tell me the origin of dogs, bro.
Let me keep. No, they came from wolves. Let me keep you at my home.
Yeah, because we find them adorable. Okay, if you see Street dogs instincts are like totally different.
They're surviving.
Yeah, they're surviving, and home dogs instincts are totally different.
They
And
are not
it's
surviving.
same.
They are
It's
like-
same like humans.
They are like looking up to us and they're like, go get a job and bring some money back so you can feed me.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do anything else other than just roam around the house and wonder about why the fuck is that curtain waving its fucking tail.
Yeah.
But, so aliens do exist. Have you seen one?
No, I haven't seen one.
But do ask Deep, are you?
Yeah, I will ask Deep for sure.
I think he is. Deep down, he might be.
He's deep.
He's very deep. He wants to go deep as well.
Yeah, he wants to go deeper.
We were having a conversation long back when you said गाड़ी पे चढ़ के मुझे गहरा होना है.
Yeah, he's deep, bro. He's deep, double EP.
So, coming back to your childhood, where did you grow up? And how was it?
I was born in Calcutta,
Mm-hmm.
and then we shifted to Pune. And I used to stay in a completely ghetto-ish area, you know. People were rowdy and, you know, crazy and wild as fuck. But at the same time, I had the influence of my parents, and especially my mother. I look up to my mother a lot. I get inspired from her.
Mm-hmm.
And she used to do classical music. Yeah,
Yes.
back in her childhood. So, you know, I have this traits of classical music in me because even I have learned classical music. But then I realized that nope, it's not my cup of tea. And also, I'm not gonna give exams because there was this teacher. I mean, she was a good teacher. Okay, she was a really good singer, but she was like abusive. There was this one time I remembered, and that point of my life back in childhood, I made that decision that I am not gonna do classical music. I'm not gonna give any exams because I didn't do some homework about, you know, she was teaching about rags and alaps and shit. And I didn't do any homework, and she literally threw the book on my face. And it hurt, bro. It hurt me, bro.
Was she hot?
Huh?
Was she hot?
Oh no, man. I don't see teachers as that way. Come on, bro. Come on.
But still, if you were to give it down, scale what?
I mean, she must have looked beautiful back in, you know, back when back in her days.
She was old.
Yeah, she was old.
Oh, that's the grudge of bunch of things that she regrets throughout her age.
I have no say. I
No,
don't want to give any comments.
It's
on this.
usually some of them who are hot, they are as well as crazy as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Hot equals crazy.
Yeah.
Not hot equals nice people. At least that's what I think.
I would love to have a girlfriend like that. Hot plus crazy.
You want someone like Amber Heard?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Good in bed?
Yeah, but I think I'll be able to handle her.
No, if
I mean, I don't know, bro. She might cut my fingers off or something.
but if you see her once a week,
Once a
Fine,
week.
right? Yeah.
Fine. Chill, bro. You have your life. I have my life. When we come together, we share our happiness.
I mean,
chill.
that's what rather being in a relationship with a crazy person is, and who's equally hot.
Yeah.
And you just go like, okay, how about this? Let's meet once a week.
Let's see once a week.
That's all I can.
I'll just tell her that. See, if you are crazy, I am crazier.
And nasty.
Yes, sir.
Fucking hell. वो डर के भाग जाएगी भाई. If she's not.
She's a you know, chill person, not crazy plus hot. Okay, and if I tell her that, yo, I'm crazier, then obviously she would get scared and she would think that I'm a fucking psychopath or something. But if she's hot and plus crazy, she'll even more.
She's gonna be, where is the party?
Yeah, let's fight.
Yep, that's what's going to happen.
Oh, but I'm not gonna be in fucking relationships and shit like that, bro. It's just nowadays there's no one, who's worthy of what I feel is any female who's worthy of my energy. I would like to just chill for right now. Not put my mind into those things and stuff. Because that's very energy draining, bro. If a relationship gets toxic,
It is true.
it just fucks you up.
Because then it hampers everything.
Yeah, it hampers everything.
It hampers your work, it hampers your circles that you have.
I have friends who've been dating for since couple of years. Trust me, bro. toxic as hell. Toxic as hell.
Very toxic.
Yeah, very
Toxic up to like
bro.
breaking each other's heads.
No, I mean, yeah, point. But when I personally saw them, I was like, nope.
Maaf karo.
It's better to stay single.
माफ करो आगे बढ़ो.
Yes, sir.
You said that you were learning Indian classical music. So, does it affect your music today?
Yes, and honestly, I regret not learning Indian classical music to the fullest.
Achha.
Yes, I do regret it a lot.
So you can always go back.
Yeah, I can always go back, and I will go back, obviously. But when I go back, I'll learn it in my way.
Okay.
There was this other teacher. My mom, she really insisted. Okay, there was this time she was really requesting me that please learn Indian classical. But I was so naive back in my childhood that I was literally like, no, I don't want to do that. Fuck it. But now I regret saying no. But there was this teacher, okay, when she was a Bengali, and she taught me Indian classical so very well, so very well. But I don't know, bro, when it came about, now you have to give an exam, a written exam, and Indian classical theory is like mind fucking, okay. It's just that, I just don't want to do it anymore. And as you know, the same reason, I left it. But that ma'am, she told me that, see, no worries, don't give exam, but because you have a voice, I want to teach you. And I was naive back then. I was a dumb fuck child, and I regret it to this day that I didn't say yes. Now I can't go back to her because I told her thrice. I literally promised her that I'll come back, but I didn't. I never came back. And even if I meet her, I won't be able to show my face to her,
Correct.
Yeah, so.
You broke a promise too.
Yeah, that's like really fucked up. It affects me to this day.
That's the entire plot of what you can say a blockbuster movie these days. I promise I'll come back. I promise you I'll come back. I promise you I'll come back. Then you have a conversation on a podcast someday that, oh fuck, I didn't go back to her. What a piece of shit I am.
Yeah.
And then full circle someday you actually meet her and then like, fuck, I cannot show my face. And that's where we end up.
Because she was such a nice teacher, dude. She was such a nice teacher.
I do agree with you. I've had some nice teacher as well.
My mom is a teacher. Okay, she taught, and I know the nature of teachers. Teaching professionally. Teaching is a noble work. Not everybody has that worth to become a teacher. I've seen my mom. I've seen for example, take my music teacher. I would call them both as they were like really teaching us. Where a person could absorb things, the knowledge which was poured upon me. But I'm a dumb fuck. I didn't take that well.
I mean, that's why we call themselves they are the real gods.
The real gods. They give us knowledge, right?
Yeah. Someone is imparting knowledge on you, they are the real gods.
Yeah.
The books are your real gods. The music that you listen to,
Friends.
Sometimes some friends.
Yeah.
But I like to think rather friends are the angels that actually come and save you.
Correct.
But these people are the real gods.
Real gods, yeah. Real gods.
So, you write most of your, let's say everything, right?
Yeah, everything completely.
Do you ever collaborate when it comes to writing?
What?
Do you ever collaborate?
No, I don't collaborate. When it comes to collaboration or something like that, just take the general idea.
Okay.
For example, take Paranoia, which we were listening. So Mihir has a whole different perception of Paranoia. I have a whole different perception of Paranoia. But now my main task while making a collaboration song is to make those feelings musically connected. Okay, if you heard my verse or my part, it's totally different from Mihir's part, but it just fits together.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, the feelings are the same, but the situations are different. Yeah, so that's what.
Because the conversation happening is about the same thing, yet it's between two perspectives that the entire song is dabbling between. That's actually amazing.
Yeah.
So, how did you start writing your own lyrics? Did it come about through reading a lot, or did it come about
Honestly,
just
I
your practice?
think it's just in my blood.
Okay.
That energy or that creative energy is just in my blood. I just channel it through writing raps and stuff like that. And when it comes to direction, whenever I'm listening a song, let it be my song or a different artist's song, it just comes naturally, the visual just comes naturally that I should do this and that. And mostly these things come from everyday observation. It could be from movies or similar movies. Sorry, excuse me.
It's okay. It's okay.
Similar movies or stuff like that. It just happens. It just, ideas start developing naturally.
I do agree. Ideas too.
But most of the time, like for instance, I've written looking for when I was feeling the lowest, when I realized that, nothing makes sense. Nothing makes sense. Even our birth is not by choice, right? And half of our life we just chase things. We just want to be better from everyone else. But when I wrote Looking For and when I just completed writing it, I just realized that the real enemy and the real competition is no one but me. When people say that I want to change the world, when people say I want to change planet Earth, you should first change yourself. For example, if a person is sad and I'm happy and I come meet that person day-to-day basis, I'm get to learning that why this person is sad.
Correct.
And maybe, I don't know, but maybe he or she get influenced by me.
Definitely in the process.
Because I changed myself, I am able to change my surrounding as well. Don't you think it makes sense?
Somewhere it does affect. Other person's energy does affect you. The conversation sometimes strikes something inside you like, okay, I can see this particular thing in my life with a different perspective. Might be going wrong with it or certain things change.
Exactly, bro. Perspective is everything and it's all inside our head, it's a mental game.
Oh, yeah.
Even COVID was a mental game, bro.
How was your COVID?
I didn't caught COVID. I didn't get COVID.
I caught it twice.
It's, most of what I had observed that people who are catching coronavirus or something, they were extremely paranoid, extremely fearful of what? Just coughing. And most of the times, COVID was real, okay? I'm not saying that it was fake or something, But what I feel that COVID, rather than it being a physical disease, it was a mental disease. Mental disease in what way? It was we were showed it in such a way that it struck fear in our minds.
Yeah, go hide in your house.
Yeah, go hide in your house, and if you
go out,
then you're dead. It was just vulnerable. But yeah, COVID helped me realize that everything we do is just our mind's game. If we think if I think that I'm a rapper, I'm thinking it first in my mind, then I'm implementing it. Look at that building. Okay, that
the white one.
Yeah, the white one. That design was inside somebody's head before.
Yep.
Before it was turned into a reality. Now take the same and apply it to other things.
But that is a very shitty design though. No, I get it what you're trying to tell.
Shitty or something, but I'm just saying.
That's a very shitty design anyway.
Nah, bro, I don't think that's a shitty design. It's cool, bro. It's cool. It's you know what? I think that building, that conical building, is one of the best buildings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been to that society.
I do agree. I go around those places. The chalk where you take a left towards Corinthian, the club where all the entrance comes and everything.
Okay.
That chalk, the road that leads to the NIBM, Mohammadwadi NIBM road. On that chalk, when you are going towards Corinthian club, there are a couple of buildings that are over there that are very beautifully made.
Yeah.
Oh man, fucking amazing.
I love aesthetic buildings and stuff like that. But it's just
Some of these architects are
things change our things like buildings or a bottle of water.
Oh yeah.
It just changes our perspective. For example, don't you think?
It like strikes something inside you.
It just strikes something inside us, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man, shit's crazy.
So tell me, you've been in Pune for how long now?
13 years, bro. 13 long years.
13 long years. Is it 13 completed or 13 going to complete?
13 completed.
13 completed. How was your Friday the 13th?
My Friday the 13th. Shit.
Did any crazy shit go down?
No crazy shit went down. I mean, it just happens when it has to happen. Crazy shit.
Because crazy shit, you have very crazy people around you in your crew.
Yeah, crazy crackhead people, bro. Crazy crackhead, but at the same time geniuses. Every fucking one of them. I mean, when it comes to syndrome was found by me, Rahul, and Deep. Where there was this place, SR.
Wow.
We used to chill there, and I was rapping. I was just learning how to rap, and I was still exploring hip hop. And then one fine day, I just told Rahul about this idea that let's do this only. Let's do this only because we know that we are not meant for other things. We are very creative.
We are not meant for 9 to 5.
Yeah, I'm not meant for 9 to 5. And that time Deep was late for his exams and his bike was stuck on a pile of mud or something. And he was not able to get his vehicle out. Then I realized, nope, we're not gonna do such things and this and that. We're gonna do this. And yeah, it happened and now here we are.
It's been long.
It's been long. Yeah, I'm blessed for them,
Achha.
I'm really blessed because first of all they're my school friends, and back in school I didn't know Deep. Okay, again there was this instance where newly I had shifted to Kundri, and for the first time I saw Deep. He was on the last bench and I was sitting on the first bench. I was like very introverted type of a person, and he did some bullshit on the last bench, and the pew he shifted him right next to me. And I was looking from the window and I could see he literally stared at me, okay? The entire journey was like, yo, I don't know you, bro. Why are you staring at me?
This is why I'm telling you he's an alien.
I mean, imagine, bro. Just imagine at that point of life, I was in 9th or 8th, I don't remember. I never would have thought that this guy would be the main thing behind my vision, main person behind my vision. And Rahul was a friend of mine back in school days. But also that time, I never thought that these two motherfuckers we are just gonna make the whole circle. We are gonna do different things. Even now, when I talk about Deep and Rahul to my other school friends, they think Rahul, he does cinematography. Oh my god, that was so well. Deep. And Deep is like, people think I'm bluffing when I say this video is edited by Deep. They think I'm bluffing because Deep is literally a complete different person.
Deep throws tomatoes at people.
Yeah, Deep throws tomatoes at people, man. Shit.
Okay, man. I remember everything.
Crazy people, bro. Crazy people. But I'm really blessed for them, They are my inner circle.
Angels.
Angels more like fucking devils, bro. Satan.
They are satanic angels.
Satanic angels.
That's a better term. Yeah. Next time, I will form a group and just call it satanic angels.
Yeah, let's make it heavy rock, okay? Put heavy rock.
Completely metal.
Let's just fuck up people's minds.
Put them in and leave them in a room and start a heavy metal this is what you deserve. This is what you deserve.
You want to do the Russian sleep experiment or
something? Definitely.
Oh my god.
Okay, and it would be so fucking amazing to see all these motherfuckers go crazy. And then still come out alive and be themselves.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
They can pull it off. Only these two motherfuckers can pull it off.
Crackheads. Absolute crackheads. So, tell me, like we were talking about your childhood.
Yeah.
I want to shift the conversation specifically to the family. So, you talk about your mother.
Yeah.
And your mother has a small sample in one of your songs called Drill.
Yes, sir.
Which is a very beautiful sample. I've stated that close to 50 times now, mostly. But it's very beautiful, and the music video just, it's like an adjective to your mother's voice. It's an amazing music video. How did that come about, and how did you convince your mother?
So, I'll tell you where the drill story began. There was this other rapper, genius, Ahad. I think the other guy who featured. I mean, even he's young, but he's crazy talented.
How
Okay?
old is he?
17 or 18.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy talented people around the city, bro. So I told him that, you know what, you have a killer flow, even I have a killer flow. Let's not make this into a very deep, hard hitting song. Let's just experiment on a drill track. And we made a couple of beats and we were experimenting. But one fine evening, I was chilling in my room and I was listening, I was swiping a couple of beats, okay? And I came across this drill instrumental on YouTube. And at the same moment, when I started playing it, my mother started singing a rag or a bandish. And I realized, bro. And that time, you know, in back, it was, I think, same COVID, Corona times. And that time, drill music, that particular beat was popping around India.
Yeah.
I mean, it was, it is a hype yet. But that time the hype was even more. So I thought, yes, now we will experiment. So I told them about this idea, and they were like, yeah, you can try. And then one fine evening, I just told my mom, you sit, I'll set up my mic, I'll switch on the AC, I'll give you a BPM recording of, let's say, 120. You just record it. And trust me, bro, she killed it. It was beautiful listening to her. It was just beautiful while she was recording it. And then obviously drill happened. Genius, he killed his verse. I did my verse, and my mother just added the beauty in it.
It is a very beautiful song.
And when it comes to the video part, bro, I would like to thank the entire hip hop community in Pune. I mean, I just told them, I didn't even request it, I just told them that, bro, there's a shoot, would you guys come? And there's this crew feature, okay? There are like 3 crews featured: SQZ crew, AVP crew, and of course Street Force crew, and a couple of friends, couple other friends. But AVP crew, bro, they're, I mean, while we are talking right now, they must be on some tour, okay?
Okay.
And they're younger than us. They're just 18, 19 kids. They have done Dance India Dance or stuff like that, and they were semi-finalists. I mean, imagine these people. I just told them that, bro, will you be a part of this? They were like, "हाँ भैया, करेंगे." And they just came. And what more do I need at that time? They didn't even ask me for a single payment. But when I was filming, I thought that one day when I'm gonna make it, when I'll have money, I'll give back to the culture. I'll do everything possible for the culture. So yeah, right now that's one of my vision too.
That's a great thing to give back to culture. What it gives you initially.
Exactly.
And
I'm thankful, bro. I mean, shout out, these people are the OGs. I'm just an artist, but my crew, Syndrome, Rahul, Deep, and the entire AVP crew, these people are the OGs, bro. These are the people who make my vision into life.
I mean, when you talk about all those sevens, specifically, let's say, Days of 7 Cents and all those videos that have been made,
Yeah.
they're just phenomenal. You know, the kind of stories they tell on their own individually.
Yeah.
And then when you actually go and listen to them all together.
I mean, basically, my plan, the Days of 7 Cents emphasizes on, my 6 different moods. 6 different moods. Loop, started from loop to vocal, flex, drill. These are like music, but these are 6 different moods. But the original Days of 7 Cents, what I realized is we took an entire time span, let's say a year, to make those videos. And while we were working on that helped me, my crew grow out of our comfort zone. We pushed our limits. I mean, I never learned filmmaking, bro. I remember going to class, switching on the camera, and Ravi sir telling us to fit 3-point lighting in. But I think at the end of the day, it's just passion.
Correct. I mean, unless and until you don't push yourself,
Yeah.
there's nothing better going to come out of your own art as well, or from other people who are working with you. And at least that's what I believe. So, before we wrap this up, any lessons that you've learned so far?
Any lessons that I've learned?
Yeah. Let's say, any kind of a big takeaway that changed your entire, let's say, okay, I'm going to do things now this way. because this was not working out with us last time. And one thing that you've taken away is that how your crew came all together and you pushed yourself out of your comfort zone. But when it comes to your music videos, and working outside, creating your music, meeting all of your producers who produce music for you. So any particular lessons, like any habits that you have refrained from? Any things that
Honestly, musically wise, I have learned a lot from my producer, Khaki, Rutik Katke. I've made my first track is with him, and then there was Creative Mastak. He helped me, do my first couple of music videos, and then there's Captain Fuse who produced Hook. I take a lot of new lessons from them, bro. Like Captain Fuse, he's just 7 years older to us. 7 to 8 years older to us, like literally like of a big brother. But when we were in Bombay, there was not a single moment that I felt that he's 7 years older to us. He was just chilling. When it comes to Khaki, I just learned a lot of new things from him. I mean, he was the first person initially. I mean, even he knows nothing about classical music or theory or something like that. But it's like, I know. I know a couple of things, but I also don't know a couple of things. But it doesn't mean that I'm not going to explore or try it. And when it comes to realizing about ego and some sort of that, I realized that ego doesn't die. It never dies. It's just like a money plant. If you place a money plant here, it will grow and it will literally intertwine with everything. Same thing with ego. You just have to trim it time to time according to your preferences.
My way of looking at ego is, have you seen one of those pressure machines that they use to check your blood pressure and things like that?
Yeah. Exactly.
Ego is like that.
Exactly.
The more you push it,
the more it grows, the more
it grows.
So
the more you leave it out of the room.
Yeah, so I have to trim it.
It just stays.
Yeah.
And that's what I believe, at least. So, 2 final questions.
Yeah.
First question is regarding addictions. Because, I mean, together both of us, we are in a field, specifically media, when it comes to whether it's music videos or filmmaking. Addictions are everywhere. Addictions are... Addictions are like, they're going to be at your bay all the time, completely. And the problem is we cannot pause this. So tell me something.
I'm not addicted to,
You don't get addicted to things.
I'm get addicted to it. I'm just addicted to obsessed with my vision. I'm really obsessed. See, when I'm a person, I'm just chilling, careless person, effortless person. I just don't like paying attention on things. But when it comes to, let's say, syndrome or me, or to develop myself as an artist, I'm really obsessed and addicted to it. I can go to any limits to, achieve what I'm actually thinking about. That's my only addiction. I mean, yeah.
That's your only addiction.
That's my only addiction.
Okay, final question. Anything new coming up that
Yes,
we should
sir.
look out for?
Now, we've worked on a fashion film, short films, short fashion film, mini series.
Because this is going out on 8th August evening.
Yeah.
So anything coming out post that?
Yeah, Lazy, my upcoming collaboration with this another finest artist from Pune city, Rana.
Okay.
Lazy, a track will come out, then the fashion film will come out, and now currently I'm working on my album, Chaos Theory. And then,
Chaos Theory is coming out somewhere next year.
Next year.
Alright, well, thank you for doing this.
Thanks a lot,
It was an amazing chat, it was an amazing conversation. When your new song comes up,
Yes,
we'll sit down again and we'll only talk about that particular song.
Yes.
And then till then find out if Deep is an alien.
Okay, I'll surely.
Or rather, we'll bring
They'll
Deep
listen to it. They'll listen to it anyways. Deep and Rahul, they're gonna listen to it anyways.
Perfect. Okay, wrapping this up, thank you for listening to us. This has been the final episode of Interview Tape.
Cheers to that. Cheers to
I'm
life.
sitting here with Mr. Saranya Das, aka 7 Cents. You can check out his music on Spotify, as well as for music videos you can go on to YouTube under the name of 7 Cents. And you can check out his Instagram page, which is What in the World is 7 Cents. With that in mind, this concludes our first season of Petty Rec Tapes. You can find our podcast on Spotify under the name Petty Rec Tapes, as well as on YouTube under the name Petty Rec Tapes from the channel Cyne. This has been your host Andy. I'm signing off. Bye bye. Take care.